you are joining us for the first time, I welcome you especially. If you're joining us once again, welcome once again. My name is Blessing Eziago, current branch manager of Gtexthomes Port Harcourt. And this home buyers conference is a conference that's been put together to ensure that you have grand understanding, get premium knowledge from top experts, to ensure that you have grand understanding about your investment and also where to invest. Okay, of course, Gtexthomes, we've been in the business for a long time now, and trust me, we will not be here without you. So I want to appreciate you all for always tuning in to join us on this session. Okay, today we're having a special segment. I'm not going to be here alone. Okay, we're having a special segment today, and I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be here with some top experts, which I will be, calling their names shortly. I'll be calling their names shortly. So the theme for this session, the theme for this webinar is called Finding Your Dream Home. All right, you're finding your dream home. That's what we're going to be talking about, the best locations that you can invest in. All right, locations with very high investment opportunities that you can take part of. And I'll not be here alone. I will be here with no other than the head of Gtexthomes, in the person of Mr. James Udiong, who amazingly is the current branch manager of Gtexthomes Port Harcourt. And not just that, I'll be here with an amazing personality in the person of Mr. Rana Iyaz. Okay, Mr. Rana Iyaz, who will be joining us shortly, and he is the group CEO of Gtexthomes. And also we have another person, which you already know, who will also be joining us, but I'll save that for later. But firstly, can I know where you're all chatting from? My name is Blessing Eziago. I'm also known as the Real Estate Duchess. Okay. All right. I'm chatting all the way from Port Harcourt City. I'm chatting all the way from Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt in the house. Can you say hello, 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 hello? Can I see the energies in the comment section? I cannot see your energies. I'm not feeling the energy. Can I see your energy? Drop your name and tell me where you're chatting. I can see Elijah Wisdom from Abuja. Thank you for tuning in. Please, I want to give special shout out to those who are dropping. So please, I would do well to mention your name. So can I know where you are chatting from, or where you're calling from rather? Okay, so as we progress, okay, so it's no news that Gtexthomes has been in the business of building sustainable homes. It's no news. In fact, if you're just knowing, right? Oh, thank you, Philip Peace, calling all the way from Lagos State. Ekoni Bajel. All right. Thank you for tuning in. So it is no news that Lagos. Okay, sorry, I was muted for a second. It's no business that Gtexthomes, rather, has been known for building sustainable homes. So while we bring up on board, our first speaker is Mr. James Udiong, right? Our first speaker is Mr. James Udiong. We'll be bringing him on board so that he can share insights on location in Nigeria. Now, amazingly, we're going to be focusing more on this segment, more on locations, Nigerian locations. Maybe they'll take a little drift into the international aspect. But this section, we're going to be talking about Nigerian locations, right? Then we'll bring in Mr. Rana Iyaz, who will be taking us on both Nigerian and, maybe a little touch of international locations. But Mr. James Udiong will be shedding more light on the locations, premium locations that you should invest in. See, don't snooze on this, because let me tell you the reason why a lot of people make wrong investments is because they do not know where to actually put in their monies. But there's a saying that follow who know road, right? Follow who know road. He that has knowledge has power. And today you are here to hear knowledge. premium knowledge from top experts who has been in the business for long. And let me tell you something, this knowledge is not just the knowledge you got. This company has been in business for over 15, or rather 16 years and counting. 16 years and counting. And anyways, at the end of this show, we're going to be spilling some very exciting news. We have great news for you. So just sit down, chill, and relax and enjoy every bit of it. Get your pen and paper. Please do well to jot down some of these locations. So the IT team, can you bring up on board Mr. James Ujong? Can you bring on board Mr. James Ujong so that we can have his own segment? Can we bring on board Mr. James Ujong? All right, so please, I'm still waiting for you to drop your locations and where you're tuning in from. Just 2 persons have noted so far. So can I know where I don't want to believe I'm alone on this call, please. So let me know where you're all tuning in from, please. I love an interactive session. Let me know where you're all tuning in from. So Mr. James Odion, yeah, we have Shola from Abuja. Tonya from California. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. Okay. So while we are waiting for Mr. James, okay. So a quick one. While we're waiting for Mr. James, we're going to be calling upon Mr. Rana Iyaz, our group CEO, Gtext Holdings, to come on board and give us an introduction on what we're going to be discussing today. So can we have him on board, please? IT team, can you bring him on board so that, my apologies. Can we bring him on board, please? Mr. Rana Iyaz. You know, recently he attended the 10X event, Dubai. Of course, if you all are, you know, very conversant with us, you know that we are friends, very friends with Grant Cardone. Yes. So please, can IT team make Mr. Farouk Usman? Can you bring him on board, please? Can you all bring him on board? Okay, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much so we're still waiting, We're still waiting. Yes, Mr. Rana is in the building. Yes. Thank you so much. Can you make him the spotlight, please? Thank you. Mr. Rana.
Thank you, Blessing. Good to see you. Hello, everyone.
Good to see you, sister. How are you doing today?
Well, you look beautiful, Blessing, as always.
Thank you. So please, I would love you to give us an introductory of what we are going to be discussing today. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Rana Ijaz. For the people who don't know me, I'm Group CEO for Gtext Holdings. I'm speaking right at the moment from Dubai. I have been to Nigeria almost to all locations, and blessings, you remember my trip to Abuja. So first time I landed in Abuja, was greeted by a beautiful blessing. So in short, you know, Gtext Holdings, as you are aware, blessing mentioned, it's a 16-year-old business. It's growing with each day. We are 30 plus estates in Nigeria, mainly Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. I think we are going to expand very soon there as well. And another strategic move Gtext Holding has done, we are already expanding into northeastern Nigeria. I think the pre-launch has been done, and you will hear some great news very soon. An exciting times for us in the times of inflations, economic situation in Nigeria. We are trying to be still very, very active, dynamic, Uh, we are very conscious of the fact Nigerian people, we try to give back. We do run a subsidiary under our GTEX holding, Stephen Akintayo Foundation, where we do provide a lot of possible support to the youth in terms of venture capitals, so they can have their own businesses, in terms of charity initiatives. So you can follow us on Stephen Akintayo Foundation. Uh, so we are trying to be socially responsible, and while we are a business for profit, but at the same time, we do understand the ground realities, what Nigeria is facing at the time. But having said that, it's an exciting time. I always believe in times of inflations where uncertainty is prevailing, the best investment is always real estate, because if you're holding cash in the banks, that's going to be depleted over time very soon, because you might be getting an interest rate of 20%, 25%. But mark my words, in country like developing countries all over, like Nigeria, inflation will be much higher than what you are getting in terms of returns. Like if you're getting 20%, maybe inflation is at practically 35, 40%. So in the space of 4 to 5 years, you can really run out all your cash sitting in the bank in terms of inflation. Your purchasing power will become diminished practically. So what I would advise in this time to all the audience, GTEX has lots of offerings. We do offer service plots in various locations, and we do have beautiful idea of green and smart homes. I think we are the first one in the African continent who came up with that. Dr. Stephen Akintayo, our visionary chairman, has come up with this idea. We want to be responsible to society with clean energy. We have two beautiful estates, one in Ebejuleki in Lagos, that's near Dangote refinery, on the practically on the beautiful beach, and another Jasper Hills in Abuja as well. So so Mr. Farouk and Mr. James will be expanding more on that side. What we are offering. Uh, I think it's time prices are going up. I think the people who bought in Bajuleki a few years back, I think the prices were unheard of. It has gone, I think, 10 times or more, if I would say, Blessing. So my advice would be, in terms of land acquisition investments, don't hold your decision. Land is never expensive. If you feel today is expensive, so you just consider you bought 3 months later. So just buy into something, some piece of property, some piece of land, and hold on to it. You will never be a loser in terms of return on investments. Uh, and land is some asset which can never be manufactured. If you talk about cash, it is not in our control. The government, central banks, they keep printing this cash, and our savings keep depreciating over time. So my advice would be, uh, don't hold on cash in terms of this. Try avoiding fixed deposits even in these times, because actually you might feel you're getting some returns, but it's going with the time. It's all going to be depleted. So invest in something tangible like real estates. A lot of people do like gold and stocks, but overall, I'm an investment banker. I do smell a bit of recession globally coming up. So be careful if you are thinking to go on mutual funds and stocks. So a bit word of my caution blessing earlier on. So it might follow. So you might hear the news in coming months, because all trends globally are indicating towards a bit of recession and correction in the market. So real estate still a winner always. I'm a big fan. Over my professional life, whatever I have created, that has been in purely real estate. It's safe, transgenerational wealth creation tool. Another aspect before I hand over the floor to Miss Blesson, I just want to mention our expansion into the US, because I think we're the first African company expanded into the US. I think which all African can be proud of. Dr. Stephen has taken that big giant step. We already have 3 projects in US, in Texas, beautiful home project in Richmond as well. I think Mr. Farouk, our head of Gtexthomes, Mr. James would touch base on that with some more details on pricing and etc. So another, I would advise, if you want to hold back something in foreign currency, so you can always create a big mixed portfolio, something within your home place and something you can have investment in US dollar. And by the way, we do have a lot of exciting schemes. If you're going to invest some sizable amount, you can have a US residency through us. So EB5 category, we will facilitate. We have a big team working on the ground. So we just inaugurated our office in Houston last week, and there was a global wealth conference with the renowned speakers like the likes of Dr. I think Cosmos and a lot of renowned other speakers, including Dr. Stephen Akintai were there. So I welcome you all to this exciting webinar. Thank you, Blessing and guys, putting it together. So floor is yours. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to take.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for Mr. Rana, please. A round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Yes, 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 yes. Can I see the energy? Yeah. All right. So just to re-echo what he said earlier, we just finished our Global Wealth Festival just last week. We're done, and trust me, it was phenomenal. It was amazing. It was mind-blowing. You get to hear from real experts, like real estate experts who have dominated, not just real estate experts who have dominated their industries and their niches. And not to add to that, we also launched our office in the US for that. It's not easy. Come on. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So before we go into the next segment, I would like to know if the IT team has brought Mr. James on board so that we can move over to the next segment. Mr. James will be telling us about locations that are best in Nigeria that we can all invest in. If you just give us an overview and also give you insights on this location. So Mr. James, are you on board, please? Mr. James, are you on board so that you can have the floor? Because we are here waiting for you. We're waiting for you for a while now. Okay. So while I'm waiting for Mr. James to come on board, I need to also understand that, the Global Wealth Festival, right, was a very grand one where we had even the phenomenal possible Magduka who spoke at the training, and trust me, it was mind-blowing. Every speech was a hit back to back. Like my notes were filled up. So if you missed out on it, I don't know how to console you right now. Really, I don't know how to console you right now, because trust me, for every Global Wealth Festival, a leader is born, a dream is activated. Because the person you are talking to right now, it was a Global Wealth Festival that I attended online, that I saw the video online, that got me interested in real estate in the first place. And look at me today. I am the branch manager of the same company. You understand? So dreams are bettered here. Dreams are bettered here. Leaders are bettered here. So it's all up to you to take advantage and take action. As you listen to any information you get here, take action. As Mr. James is coming on board to give you the facts that you need to hear, take action. Don't wait. Don't even think about it. Just click on the number that is you're asked to call and follow the prompts, right? So he'll be coming on board to give us insights on this. Yes. For every yes, Shola, yes. For every, even this segments that we are having, someone's life is about to change because you're about to take authority, you're about to take charge of your life. You don't know how powerful make decisions are. When you decide on taking an investment, when you decide on holding that, taking that step in investing or taking charge of your life. Just saying, yes, I want to do this. It's a game changer. So I don't know about you, but me, I'm ready. Me, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. If you are ready, type, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. All right. Mr. James Udion, the floor is waiting for you. The floor is waiting for you. But however, while we're waiting for Mr. James to come on board, Mr. Rana Iyaz or mentioned Mr. Farouk Usman, who is the CEO of Gtexthomes. If you all are very conversant with Gtexthomes, you should know that, Mr. Farouk is a very, very familiar face. So I'll just call him on board to just give us a little bit of insight. Mr. Farouk, are you with us? Are you with us? Well, while we wait for Mr. James Udion, so Mr. Farouk Usman, please, can you just come on board and give us a little overview about, because Mr. Rana Iyaz mentioned the international markets that we launched into. And I know that some persons here are eager to know more. So can you just shed more, just little light, right? While we wait for Mr. James Udion to come and take over and dominate the Nigerian aspect. Thank you. Mr. Farouk, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you. I've been with you.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm great. It's been a
How
very
is Lagos, sir?
great. Oh, I just remembered you're in Port Harcourt. How is Port Harcourt? All right. So good afternoon,
Amazingly, it's
everyone.
raining in Port Harcourt. It's raining in Port Harcourt, but we move. Thank you, sir. Yeah,
So good afternoon,
thank
everyone.
you. All right, you have the floor, sir.
Depending on where you're joining us from, it's been a fantastic day, very busy day for us. And the reason why we put this event is just to educate people on what you need to know about investment. As much as we are all equipped about investment, you have to keep updating yourself with different knowledge so that you can ensure you always get it right. And when it comes to real estate, globally, the practice may be different, but the intention is always the same. Everyone goes into real estate with the one sole purpose is to get profit. If you are going for commercial and residential real estate, if you are as a developer, also for profit, except you want to buy real estate, just put a roof over your head. But regardless of what the purpose is, it's quite important to understand how to do it right. And that's why we're having this webinar for you today. And for us in GTEX Holdings, we have to ensure that when we are investing in real estate, we have to do it across the fact that we diversify across several economies so that regardless of what happens, you always are above the recession in different sectors. And just like Mr. Rana just has said, is predicting a global recession in the coming months, in the coming years, and you have to properly equip for this. So how do you invest right? So for example, you only have $50,000, $100,000 to invest. How do you ensure that whatever you're putting your $100,000 will give you the maximum return possible in real estate? And that's why for us in Gtexthomes, we give people properties to buy in Nigeria, properties to buy in the UK, properties to buy in Dubai, properties to buy in the US. For example, let me give a very brief example of what we're doing in the US. We're going really heavy in the US, and it's just one reason. We understand in the past 12 months, the value of dollar to naira has been like this. Right? I saw an advert yesterday, or was this? It's whereby someone took a step and they were like, you take a step outside Nigeria, your naira value comes down. And we in GTEX, the first thing we need to do is to say, how do we prepare our own company in such a way that we're able to achieve building 25,000 green and smart homes between now and 2035? We did an estimate of what it will cost us. It's going to cost us as much as 10, okay, as much as 10 billion naira to achieve all our goals of building 25,000 green and smart homes with infrastructure. Now, if we have relied on that projection last year, do you all believe with the price of dollar, this year that value has gone up? Which means if we are going to project 10 billion to complete all our housing projects all across the world, 25,000, in just by the value of dollar going from as little as 600 to 700 to 1,680 as of today, that 10 billion has automatically become nothing less than 15 to 18 billion naira. That is the reality of real estate. The good news now is that if you have invested 5 years ago, 3 years ago in real estate in Nigeria, the value of that same real estate must have gone up. And it started in such a way that some of the houses were selling for 47 million as at 2022. Right now, they are being sold at nothing less than 107 million. And in fact, if you're even looking at some of our competitors, I saw a competitor showing me a flyer today saying a four-bedroom terrace duplex for 268 million naira. That's the value of real estate at the moment in Nigeria. Now, how do you ensure that when you are buying this real estate, you are buying it right? When you are buying this real estate, you are buying a place that will increase in value over the next period of time. And that's what this webinar is all about. So talking more about our US expansion, we are going so heavy in the US that in the next, there's a background noise somewhere, I don't know if I'm hearing that. In the next few years, we are going to acquire nothing less than over 3,200 acres of land in the US, particularly in Texas. Currently, we're selling a 99-acre land in Brookshire, Texas. We have about 28 units we are launching in the next few months in Tidwell, in Texas as well. We also have another six-story office complex at our new office at Katy, Texas, also launching as we speak at the moment. We also have other ones launching at the same time in Richmond, which means in the next 5 months, we'll be launching at nothing less than 3 to 4 more properties in the US. And we are doing this just for you. We are doing this to position ourselves because we understand that relying alone on the Nigerian economy may be damaging for investors like us. Like I tell people, we are not just selling houses, we are not building houses. We are telling you to buy what we have also invested in, which means for every property Gtexthomes is buying and building, we have a large stake in these properties. And we're encouraging buyers to say, come and see what we saw and make money while we are making money. Because we're not just here for providing value for ourselves. We're here to provide value for customers, for clients all around the world. When we started selling our land in Brussels, Texas, started selling for 150,000 per acre. And as we speak, by tomorrow, we're ending the sales of 180,000 per acre. By next week, this property becomes 190,000 per acre. This property increased by $10,000 every month until we launch this property at $300,000 per acre. Now, some of you will be seeing this thing as only numbers. Now, imagine someone has bought at 150. Now that the value is already at 180, that's automatically a $30,000 profit. You all agree with me? The same thing with our housing. The clients that got their 4 bedroom in Jasper, they paid about 95 million for that 4 bedroom. Now that same 4 bedroom is selling for 150, 145,000, 145 million naira for that same unit. The unit that was sold at 47 million 3 years back, we bought at 95 million. It's now selling for 145 million. That's automatically a 50 million naira profit. And the good news is that one of them has successfully rented out that unit for 8 million naira. 8 million naira. Now, it takes a person less than 10 years to make their money back, plus capital appreciation. This is the power of what real estate can do to you. This is the power of when you buy right, the right decisions can do to you. And that's why we're here to have, you're here with me, Mr. Rana, Mr. James, and Ms. Blessing to tell you on what to look out for when you are investing in real estate, how you can actually start. I think if James is not here, we can pull up the slide and just start up. And when he joins us, we can basically continue. Because
All
for
right.
us, time is basically money. And I think he said it was on inspection, so we may be having some network issues and we can just cover that up. So I can take it up once you're ready, let me know. So basically, that's what we're here to discuss about. And for us in the US, we just concluded the Global Web Festival and it was quite an amazing event. We have another one coming up in November, November 9th and November 10th at Landmark Event Center. And we're encouraging everyone here to join this event because it's going to be a mind-blowing event. That's some fantastic speakers, which I do not want to communicate at the moment, right? But this is the event that you do not want to miss. And on this event, we'll be unpacking some more things about Gtexthomes and Gtextland that you don't want to miss. Finally, we have our Gtexthomes anniversary coming up in the month of October. And ladies and gentlemen, you stand a chance, an opportunity to ride a Rolls Royce for free, courtesy of Gtext Land and Gtexthomes, to your workplace, from the airport to your house. I thought you guys would clap. If you think it's amazing, right? It's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. If you want to ride Rolls Royce, right? I want to ride the Rolls Royce. Because we understand that luxury is not only where you live, but how you actually leave your houses, right? So we are providing this opportunity to ride the Rolls Royce, courtesy of Gtextland and Gtexthomes, on a night anniversary, to your workplace, to your mosque, to your church, to your house, basically. And we're having your favorite celebrity be in that car with you and chauffeur you around. So we have a lot of amazing opportunities coming up by Gtexthomes and Gtextland, courtesy of our ninth anniversary. And then we can talk more about it as we progress. Can the slide come up now, please? Blessing, do you have the slide?
I think the IT department has it, but let me reach out. Let me reach out. All right, so while we wait for the slide, can the IT department show us an advert that shows the US aspect that you talked about? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people want to see it. What do you think, sir?
I still think we need to show the I think we can just have that soon. But is the slide not up or is it not up? Who is the host?
So while we wait for the IT department to work on the slides, can we just have an advert, please? One of our adverts should be shown. IT department, can you make that happen? Can you make that happen? Let's see one or two things. Let people at least see one or two things that we've been talking about. Thank you so much.
Helmet, please.
Thank
Okay, what's the plan?
you.
Cover this place. Plant flower. Shola. The rave of the moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today is a good day. We're about to head to site and to give you updates of our massive development on sites. I'm sure you've been looking forward to the progress work at Jasper. Today is that day. So stay glued. Today you see the progress work. So come along. All right, so you're welcome to one of the 4-bedroom terrace duplex. Before we move to the end of the project, this month end, the owner will come and, pick up his unit. Externally, we are almost done, right? Almost done. As you can see, the painting is in place, you understand, but they're still going to touch it, They prime some places and they need to, put the final touches to the painting. So we'll move inside and check. Also, so another TV console, it was selected by the client herself, right? No. Still going to remove the line lines after paintings and. We come here and the lady, right? It's going to be fully completed today, right? The skeleton is done. So then we have pantries here. Then we have oven, microwave, and the lights. Yeah. It's going to be tabletop. Yeah. It's going to be tabletop. The marble is coming on this.
Àwọn polówó lẹ̀ ń bí nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ wá mo rántí.
All right, thank you so much for that. Over to you, Mr. Farouk. Thank you.
Okay, so you can just move to the next slide. So basically, we're talking about finding your dream home in Nigeria, basically. And the key points we are going to be looking at is the rapid urbanization and population growth. As we speak at the moment, we have over 22 million home housing deficit in Nigeria, as per the post that was done in 2022. And this is already happening because of the rapid urbanization in Nigeria and the population growth that we have in Nigeria at the moment. And this problem is actually really peculiar to the African continent. And the reason is because of the high mortality rate that we have here. You have a lot of people marrying one wife, two wives, three wives, giving birth to as many as possible, and housing are always needed. Coincidentally, in the West, it's not the same problem happening. In some countries, I think for some of you that want to japa, I think you would like to hear this news. Some countries, they are paying people to come to those countries to fill up those spaces because of the low population growth in those areas. But this is different in Nigeria. And when you hear things like this, what will come to your head is opportunity. Because if there's a housing deficit in Nigeria, it means that there's more money to be made, which means the housing that is available is not enough to cater for the population in Nigeria. And that's why when you are doing population growth in Nigeria, yes, we want to cut population. But for those of us in the real estate sector, it's more money for us. The millions of people that come into Lagos every month is good news for Lagos state developers. The amount of people migrating to Abuja every month, every year is good news for real estate developers. So for us and for people investing in real estate, rapid urbanization and population growth is a key thing to look out for when it comes to investment in real estate. Of course, when there's high population, there's going to be high demand of residential and commercial properties. So residential is properties that you can basically just live in for residential purposes, while commercial properties are properties that are built, which is more like factories, shops. In America, when you own a fleet of residential properties, it's always categorized as commercial properties. But for us here in Nigeria, for the benefit of this, let's refer commercial properties as factories, shops, malls, stores. And because there's a high population growth, you're moving faster, but that's okay. Because there's a high population growth, right? There's always going to be need and demand for real estate in Nigeria. You can move less. And that's why real estate is the top investment sector in Nigeria. Other points we are also looking at, you can move to the next slide. Other points we are also looking at is the proximity to work and business areas. So whenever you are looking at buying a new real estate property, people always say you always look out for location. And let's look at a place like Dubai, for example. One of the most expensive properties you can have in Dubai at the moment that is commercially viable for short term are properties along the Sheikh Zayed Road, which is property closer to the Dubai Mall, closer to the tallest building in the world, which is the Burj Khalifa. So when you're looking for properties that can appreciate faster, look at the proximity to work and business areas. And for some people, for example, a property that we have in Bechuleke at the moment, the reason why we went for that same property is the proximity to the work and business areas around this place. In that same Bechuleke, there's a Dangote refinery, there's a deep seaport, right? There's the Lekki Free Trade Zone, there's the Lagos Free Trade Zone. There are other industries such as Kellogg's, right? There's also the Dangote jetty. These are the key things we also looked at when it comes to finding a location in Ibejuleki for us. So first of all, people are looking for, okay, I work at the refinery. Where do I want to live in? Right? I work at the seaport. I need to have a place coming from there. When we're building these locations, as we've been constructing, and I keep going there from time to time, in the evening, I see nothing less than 500 to 800 people that comes out of the Dangote refinery, going as far as Aja, going as far as Songotedo to leave. Now, that already tells you there's already a housing deficit in Vegileki. Because if there isn't, why are they not staying in Vegileki? So as an investor, you have to look at, don't always think about location or where I personally want to live in, right? But what do other people need around that area? Another thing you have to also look out for is access to amenities like schools, healthcare, shopping malls, especially when it comes to residential area. It's no coincidence that among every top school around the Lagos, housing around those areas are very expensive because people want to stay closer to schools. We want to stay closer to where there's healthcare. And when it even comes to having commercial real estate for yourself, when you see an area that is uncharted, do you want to be the first school in that area so that everyone patronizes you? Why don't I build the first hospital in this area so everyone becomes my client? Let me build the first shopping mall in that area so everyone here becomes my client, right? So when it comes to buying real estate and buying a house, you have to look at these locations and these amenities that comes to those areas. Another thing people want to also look out for is security and safety of the area, especially people when it comes to buying a house. So you're a person that likes privacy, right? You like security, you like safety, you like accessibility. What are those things that in this area that I'm going to look out for? Is there a security post, right? In this estate that I'm buying into, is there 24/7 security? Are there cameras? Are there CCTV cameras, right? Do I have privacy in my house? Will I be sitting in my house and someone random just knocks my door? People want privacy, people want security, people want safety in their areas. So when it comes to buying a house, you have to look at those things in those estates. Do they have security? Do you have an intercom to call the security gate? For me personally, if I want to live in a new place, those are the things that actually personally you have to look out for. So whether you are buying a place for yourself or buying a place to invest in, you have to ensure these houses and these locations have these things we're talking about. Another thing to also look out, in this place are future development plans in terms of infrastructure and transportation. Now, for already built properties, this may not come into play. But for properties that you are buying on off-plan sales, and I always tell people, off-plan is the cheap of buying houses cheap anywhere in the world. Because for off-plan sales, you are buying at a lower amount, right? Because these places will increase in what? In value over the next few years. So what are the future development plans in this area? And I go to Bejuleki again. By the time we bought the land in Bejuleki, Jasper, we looked at the future development. At that point in time, Dangote refinery was about maybe 20% completed. We understood what that refinery would do for that area. The seaport was not completed. We understood what that things were looking to for that place. We knew people were going to bring in healthcare, school. We understood what that thing said for that area, and that's why I decided to invest in that property. And now two units are ready, and the rest will also be completed in the next few months, right? So those are the future development plans you have to look out for when buying a new house if you are going for off-plan sales. And for off-plan sales, you are buying at a lower amount because by the time this property is fully developed, right, you can sell at a higher amount. You can move to the next slide. So next, we're going to look at the best locations to buy houses, particularly in Abuja. The first location we're going to talk about is Asokoro. And Asokoro, for those of us that have been in Abuja, Asokoro is a very prestigious area. It's a government building, luxury property. Asokoro is where you have your Aso Rock, your presidential villa. At the moment, Asokoro is the most expensive location in the whole of Abuja at the moment. So we are looking for high-end luxury properties that basically, of course, you have to pay as much as 1 billion 750 above to buy properties in this location, right? The next place you also have to look at is also Mitama. Mitama and Asokoro are like head to head, toe to toe. For people in Nigeria, you can look at Asokoro and Mitama more like the Ikoyi, the VI. That's what it looks like. So Mitama also quiet, secure, high-end residential, right? When our office was in Mitama in Abuja, I see a lot of big empty houses that rich people usually buy, rich politicians. And in my head, remember they were blowing whistle blowing at that area. I was just hoping that one night, because I take a lot of strolls at night. I was hoping that one night I'll be strolling and they'll be packing money to those houses so I can go and whistle blow. I'll collect my 5% or 10%. So if you're looking at high-end areas where you have a lot of rich people, politicians, Maitama is also a very quiet and secure area. The next area you also have to look out for is your Jabi and your Gusape. And Jabi is also a very central area, good location, very close to Wusetu, close to Asokoro. There are nice malls, nice leisure parks, nice offices. Jabi is not as expensive as Maitama and Asokoro, but it's a very good area, fantastic location. You also have to look at places like Gusape, right? Gusape is actually high quality as well. Gusape, let's just say, is a little bit under. I can call Gusape more like looking like a VI because it's also quite good. A little point in Gusapi as well. It's very close to Mitama, very close to Asokoro. A lot of big houses in Gusapi as well. Another area to also look out for is the airport road. And the reason why airport road is a very fantastic location is because you can buy, it's closer to the airport. That's the first thing. Remember when we're talking about accessibility, you are looking at locations that are closer to airports, hospitals, good luxury areas. Because the airport is commercial, the amount of traffic that coming around Abuja is quite favorable for the airport road. And the beautiful part about airport road is that you can actually see off-plan properties in this area. I remember when we were talking about housing, I was saying the cheap to buy housing in Nigeria or anywhere in the world is when you buy off-plan. And because airport road is closer to the airport, there's a higher probability of these places appreciating in value. It's not as expensive as Asukuru, as Mitama, as Kusapi at the moment, but you can buy now with the aim of getting a lot of profit in the next few years. And Asokoro Airport Road is fantastic, largest in West Africa, affordable options, family-oriented locations. And this is why you should also consider Airport Road if you want to do your investment in Abuja. You can go to the next slide. Other fast-growing real estate markets in Nigeria at the moment, we also have Ibadan. Ibadan actually has affordable housing, it's closer to Lagos, it has growing infrastructure. People always look at Ibadan as brown roof. A lot of people say Ibadan brown roof, but Ibadan is already changing, right? The housing is not as expensive as Lagos, but it's good. It's closer to Lagos, growing infrastructure, good roads, decent way of living, which is not very expensive. So you can actually buy in Ibadan as well. Another major place to look out for is Port Harcourt because the major industrial city, rising high property prices. In fact, apart from Abuja and Lagos, Port Harcourt also has a very high property valuation, right? And you should also consider that when it comes to buying housing. Another place you also look out for is Enugu and Abeokuta. Enugu, of course, is the east. That's the Eastern Nigerian commercial hub, steady growth in real estate. You can also consider that. Another place to also consider is Abeokuta because it's also close to Lagos, about 45 minutes to 1 hour from Bega UI, the city of Abeokuta. You also have affordable properties over there. And if you're looking at places to also look out for in real estate in Nigeria, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, I recommend Ibadan, I recommend Port Harcourt. If you're looking at Lagos or Abuja, Abeokuta is also fantastic. Enugu is also fantastic. So just like we were saying earlier, because of time, we just want to wrap this up in the next 10 minutes. Key factors in selecting the location, like I said, proximity to work or business areas, access to amenities. You can go to the next slide. Schools, healthcare, shopping malls, security and safety of those areas, future development plans like we discussed. Those are things you also have to look out for when it comes to investing in real estate. Please move to the next slide, please. IT. Go to the next one. So now let's look at locations in Lagos. Go to the next slide. What is prime locations for homes in Lagos State? Number one, you look at Ikoyi, luxury living, high-end properties, proximity to business strictly. Ikoyi has where you have your Banana Island. Of course, people say we have old Ikoyi, new Ikoyi. I believe Ikoyi is Ikoyi. Any property you buy in Ikoyi, of course, is going to be very pricey. You're looking at buying a plot of land worth about 1.8 million per square meter. You're looking at Ikoyi, and just to that math, I know how much you're going to buy 100 square meter of land. And you want to buy houses, you have to increase your budget as higher than that when it comes to maybe 500 million, 1 billion, 2 billion, depending on the type of property you're buying. Another area to look out for is VI. I personally love Victoria Island. Yes, you have a lot of commercial units there, but VI has the new Eco Atlantic, right? And property are priced in dollars there. So we are looking at prime location for housing in Lagos. You can buy Ikoyi, you can buy VI. Another area you also have to look out for is Lekki. However, my concern with Lekki is that the value of Lekki keeps going high, but the quality of housing in Lekki keeps depreciating. Because unlike Ikoyi and VI that were well planned, the drainage system in Lekki was not well planned. And that's why when it comes to flooding in the island, mostly occurs to Lekki. Right? So yes, you can still buy Lekki, But if you cannot afford Ikoyi or VI, you can look at some areas in Lekki that the location is quite good. There's no flooding issue, and you understand that the quality of your house will be well done. Another area you also have to look at is house after Lekki, and you're looking at from Songetedo down to Lekki. And just like we discussed, one of the things you have to look out for is location. And Lekki, like I said, is New Lagos. Lekki is basically New Lagos. And the reason why Lekki is highly recommended is because housing in Lekki is better affordable. There's a rising demand of properties in Lekki, and there's a future development potential in Lekki. Lastly, there are commercial activities around Lekki. The good news for us, for me and you, is that Dangote has started selling products to Nigeria, which means there's going to be high traffic within Lekki. And people will not be able to travel from Aja to Lekki that they usually do before. And they have to start finding houses around this area. As we speak, there's little or no land left in Lekki. What you have are people that have already bought a lot of land. So you have to start investing in housing. And investing in housing is not housing you have to live in. It's investing in housing for rental value. This is 2024, and someone just rented a 4-bedroom for 8 million in Lekki. And I'm telling you that this is the cheapest someone can rent this house, which means within the next few years, give it 18 months to 2 years, you'll be renting a 4-bedroom for nothing less than 12 to 15 million in Lekki at a luxury terrace duplex in Lekki. So whenever you see investment opportunities in Lekki, this is the best time for you to act now and grab those opportunities. Next slide, please. Other investment opportunities you have to look out for in the real estate market. Like I said, residential and commercial. Residential is where people live in. Commercial are locations that people do for business. That's your factory, your shops, your malls, your schools. Those are commercial property investments. Rental properties and Airbnb are also a thing. Airbnb is going to be a very great catch all around Lagos, all around Nigeria. Airbnb is one of the biggest rising industries in Nigeria at the moment. A lot of properties are bought, established, and serviced for people to live over a short period of time. And like I always argue, Airbnb will end up outselling hotels all the time. Yes, hotels are fully booked, but for people that want a longer extension of stay, they prefer Airbnb. Maybe because you have your own kitchen, you have more access to people coming to visit you. You can do a lot of things with Airbnb. Land acquisition in developing areas for long-term investment. We call that land banking. We also offer that. Real estate mutual funds and REITs, that's real estate investment trust. And what this means is that investment in real estate without actually buying those real estate. So that's when you invest in real estate because you want to get returns on investment over a period of time. Other things you can also do is off-plan property purchases. That's when you buy before or during the construction stage, right? You can buy at a lower price because you understand at the end of construction, the value of these properties tends to increase over time. Let's also look at something really brief. Why invest in real estate? There's steady cash inflow for rental income. It's also a hedge against inflation, capital appreciation over time, both in next slide, please, and portfolio diversification. Mr. Rana was talking about inflation all around, and the beautiful thing is that the only thing that increases over time, unlike here in Nigeria, the dollar increases for us, but for some other places, it's quite steady. But what increases as inflation also increases is the value of the land, and that's the real estate properties. And that's why it's not the same amount you rent this year that your landlord will come with you next year. We have people increasing rent all over Nigeria. And when you ask them, they tell you the dollar. Like, Oga landlord, how did you do 10 years ago? How did the dollar increase the price of rent? Right? But if you own the house, it's good thing for you. And these are why investment opportunities in real estate market is fantastic because it's always a hedge against inflation. It's a steady cash flow from rental income. Please, you need to move the slide, please. As we wrap up, let's look at what are the challenges and the risk in real estate market. Few challenges that we have is high property costs in urban centers, land ownership disputes, that's your money issues, bureaucracy and legal challenges in property acquisition, fluctuation in market conditions. I think we've covered all this. For those of you that are interested in buying land, the reason why it's important to buy from real estate industries and real estate companies because You're going to avoid legal issues and legal challenges. This is what real estate companies basically do for you. And what you need to do is to work with a reputable real estate agent, verify your land titles and documentation, inspect the property virtually or physically, and understand the property market trends in your chosen locations. So if they are telling you to buy Lekki, why Lekki? They are telling you to buy Aja, why Aja? They are telling you to buy Ikeja, why Ikeja? If you are buying for investment. Now, it's very different if you are working in Lekki. Of course, you have to buy somewhere that is around where your work is. Or your child is schooling in Aja and you want to be closer to your child, you can now buy around those areas. But if you are buying for investments, you have to understand and calculate why should I buy this? Please just move to the end, please. That's conclusion. Fantastic. So conclusion, the importance of choosing the right location for real estate for long-term value is very, very important. Investment opportunities around in Nigeria, and particularly the emerging markets, is quite important for you to understand. And finally, real estate remains one of the most lucrative and stable investment sectors in the whole of Nigeria. So whenever it comes to real estate, and people always tell me that, where should I invest? If you are looking at the best place to give you the highest return on investment, is actually Nigeria. But when it comes to give you in terms of highest currency valuation, you can now look at the US and look at Dubai. That's if you are investing in Nigeria because you are in Nigeria and you want to invest and keep getting rent. Nigeria is fantastic. But because you want to save your money in dollars and change your returns on investment to dollars and other currency, you can now look at investing in other locations. And that's why real estate in a global scale, if well done, is not, even if not the safest, it's the best form of investment you can actually do. If you have any questions, you can basically ask now, and we can have so that we can basically wrap up. Blessing, are you there? I think you would like to take the offer that we have for today, and then we can basically call it.
Yes. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry?
Yeah,
I didn't hear you, sir.
You can proceed.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Farouk, for that amazing presentation. Thank you all so much. And as you heard, he said that, when it has to do with, when it comes to numbers, here in Nigeria, with over 200 million Nigerians, when it comes to numbers is a key pointer in real estate, because as far as we're concerned, people are always going to be looking for where to live in. So it's important you know this fact. And imagine right now, so imagine the statistics in the next 5 years. Of course, you know what that means, more money, all right? So please, let's do well to take key notes of those areas that he mentioned earlier. So now to the offer of the day. Drum rolls, people. Drum rolls. Can I see the energy? Drum rolls. I'm not gonna say anything until I see some emojis, until I see some prompts. Drum rolls, people. Okay, I'm seeing some persons are dropping. Drum roll. Yeah, thank you. And of course, at Gtexthomes, what we offer here is our off-plan projects. Okay, we have been able to station strategically in 2 prime locations. Of course, if Lagos is not there, come on. So we have one in Lagos and we have another in Abuja, right? We have one in Lagos and we have another in Abuja. If you remember very well, Mr. Farouk gave an insight on the offer that's going to be coming up shortly on your TV screen, even on your screen, on your social media platforms. You're going to be seeing these offers everywhere, right? And it's courtesy of our 90th anniversary as a real estate company. We started this journey 9 years ago. And so our housing projects are currently in 2 locations at the moment. Of course, we are planning to build our estate in over 200 estates. I need you to also understand that we have luxury service plots where we luxury service estates where we build this these buildings. So we have one in Jasper Ibejuleki, all right? Jasper Ibejuleki is a smart city, Jasper Smart City Ibejuleki, which is located along kilometer 68, along Lekki's free trade zone. If you know that area particularly, has close proximity to the Dangote refinery, La Campagne Tropicana. Trust me, it's where you want to have your luxury service home, super smart, fully automated. Trust me, we have samples. After that, I'll be playing the video so you see what we are giving you. So to get a 4-bedroom terrace duplex in Jasper, the Jasper Gardenia home, to get a 4-bedroom terrace duplex, the total sum is going for 145 million naira. 145 million naira. But guess what? It is flexible and it's easy. You see, we made it affordable for you. You might not necessarily, if you know you don't have the entire package, the offer of the day, just today, if you're willing to take advantage of the offer today, you are giving you a 20% discount, on this offer. With an initial deposit of 20 million naira, you can lock down the offer right now, right here, right now. Call the number. Please, IT team, can you have the number on the chat box so that they can take advantage of this offer, right? They can take advantage of this offer. So call the number on the chat. IT team should drop the number, please. Kindly drop the number so that they can take advantage of this offer. All right, so that is for our 4-bedroom terrace duplex. The same for our 5-bedroom terrace duplex in Jasper Gardenia Ibejuleki, right? For our 5-bedroom terrace duplex, with an initial deposit of 30 million naira, you can lock down this offer. 20% discount just for today. Just for today. After today, don't even bother. Just for today. So quick, do well to call the number that is being dropped on the chat box. The IT team, please drop the number, please. Or better still, call this number 0814 609 6160. Right? Call the number right now, or better still, send the offline projects to 0814 609 6160. All right, call the number right away and take advantage of this offer. And if you do not want that, if you do not want this, maybe you have a lot of investments in Lagos, you can, okay, I can take you all the way to Abuja. We have an estate there in Abuja, which the estate is called Jasper Hillview Estate. The project Jasper Gardenia Home, which is a smart home, is currently ongoing. There are people who are already experiencing the beauty of a luxury and smart home there. So you too can also take advantage of this offer, right? We have fully detached buildings there. We have a 4-bedroom fully detached and a 5-bedroom fully detached. Do well to lock this offer right now with an initial deposit of 20 million naira. And if you are like, oh, blessing, I can't pay the money all at once. Once you lock it down, you have the opportunity to, spread the payment across 6 to 12 months, right? 6 to 12 months. And that's that. All right. So if you know a friend or somebody that you know that can take advantage of this offer, do well to reach out to your friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend that, yes, this offer is open. And trust me, I need you to stay glued to your screen because our 90th anniversary is coming up and we have something amazing for you. Do well to stay glued to your screen and do well to take advantage of the offers as they come. As they will not come again, before you might see an opportunity again, it might be in the next, in the next few months, or you might never come up again. So opportunities are golden, so take advantage of them. So till I come your way again, thank you all so much for listening. Thank you all so much for listening. So, but before we go, can I call on Mr. Rana Iyas to just give us a closing remark? Thank you, sir. Are you there with us, sir? Hello?
I'm with
Okay.
you. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Can you just give us a closing remark as we close this
Yes. Thank you so much, Blessing.
session? Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
I think Mr. Farouk covered it all in his presentations in terms of prime locations, in terms of benefits of investing into real estate, and some key risks investors should be aware of those. And I think what I would advise a country like Nigeria with a young population, with a growing population, more than 200 million, there'll always be shortage of homes and uh, uh, proper developed areas. So, so the people who will delay the decisions, I think they would pay much higher, and you can never catch up with the inflation. So I would encourage everyone, uh, off plan, as Mr. Farouk mentioned rightly, is the best idea, because here you lock the future price today and you have the option to pay over time. And we do have some amazing offers. You can reach out to the team on ground, Mr. Farouk and he's a wonderful dynamic CEO we have in Gtexthomes, and with the capable team on the ground, Ms. Blessing and James. I couldn't see him around. I don't know. So look forward, guys, and thank you so much for having me. And I look forward happy investing with GTEX. And we have a slogan. We say we build the future. We shape up. We are not here only to do the business. We do build
Yes.
future. We sell dreams. So and we stay true to our statement, because really we are providing that needed education among Nigerian population and youth in particular. So where to invest right and to educate them into the right kind of investing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Blessing.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, thank you. Until we come your way again, please stay tuned to the next segment, the next session next month. As we come your way, we'll bring you premium value, premium offers. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mr. Farouk Usman. Thank you, Mr. Rana Yaz, and also for Mr. James. Hopefully we'll see him in the next session. Thank you all so much, and do have a good day. And to the IT team, you are wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So maybe the IT team can play us an advert or something so that we can call it a day. Bye.